Hey, it's Casey. Yep. Rebecca, how many bell ringers do we have this week? Oh man. All right. Sounds good. I'll give everybody 3 points. How does that sound? Nice. Boost grade up a little bit, right, Nina? Yeah. One more minute. How's that sound? One more minute. Katie, good with that? All right, so let's go over this. Describe a story of Clever Hans. How does this story relate to research and psychology? So, what do we have? What's our response here? Alex, what do you got?
I said Clever Hans is a horse who is said to be able to do math problems. The owner he went around performing the math problems issued by the viewers. And a skeptic named
Yeah, good job. So, really, could Clever Hans do mathematical equations? No. All right. So, he's just picking up on visual cues by his trainer, and it's a form of conditioning, right? So, he was the trainer, Von Austin, was actually teaching his horse, Clever Hans, to pick up on these visual cues, which is a form of conditioning. Okay. It'd be like operant conditioning in a way. And, well, I guess you could say, too, it'd be a form of classical conditioning. As he was just leaning over, okay, when he would tilt his head or lift his hat, the horse would tap its hooves. And what would Von Austin give Clever Hans once he did the correct number of hoof taps? He always, just give him food every now and then, just to show that what, you're doing the right thing. Just keep it up. Okay, so it'd be a form of positive reinforcement, right? Yeah. All right. So how did Funks solve the problem? How did he solve that Clever Hans can't actually do math? What did he do? Katie, go ahead.
We kind of like initial blinders on it so that he will be able to see his owner to be able to then he will be able to see who is different.
Yeah, good job. So he's just saying, you know what? If we just remove the trainer from his visual sight, okay, Clever Hans' visual sight, then Clever Hans just can't do math. Okay, that's what his hypothesis was. Or he said if Von Austin didn't know the mathematical equation, like the answer to it, then obviously clever Hans can't answer the math equation right. Okay, so he just thought, you know what, if we remove that trainer, if we ask a question that Von Austin doesn't know, okay, then clever Hans can't really do math. All right. And that's what his hypothesis was. He went through his experiment by removing them, putting blinders on clever Hans, and even asking equations that Von Austin didn't know. And it all proved to be that, you know what, clever Hans really isn't that smart. He's just conditioned to these responses, these visual cues by Von Austin. All right, is there any questions on that, guys? I thought it was interesting. Okay, especially when we're talking about research and how this horse could do math way back when. All right, so I'll give you some time to work on vocab. How does that sound? How about one song? One song only. That's what we'll do. So I'm recording. I will plug it in the iPad so that I don't get hit with copyright again. Oh, you're going to see me in jail, Rebecca, for copyrighting YouTube videos. Oh, my gosh. We dressed up like Rooster. Chains. Charger. You need a charger. Yeah, here you go. What are you at? 0? No, like 4. Oh, you're lucky I'm a good guy here. I guess so. There you go. Yeah. He's tooling me around up here. You know what, Alex? Trying to steal my wallet. Man. What do you think, Forney? Taking my lunch money. All right, that's it. That's it. Okay, so I was going to go through more of the scientific method today with you guys, but I just want to introduce Emily Rose's experiment. That's what we're going to relate each step to it with her experiment. And I just want to show you that real quick. I think it's interesting. And I'll play a video and that'll be it since it's Friday. Right, Katie? What do you think? No homework? Yeah. Kinsley's like, heck yeah, rock on. Sweet. All right, so we'll just go over this one slide today, talk about Emily Rose. I'll play the video, and that'll be it. Sound good? Okay, cool. All right, Emily Rosa. She's actually around my age, which is pretty neat. Cool. I should hit her up. Maybe she can come in here and on a Zoom chat or something. What do you think? What do you think, Rooster? Think I have a shot? I'm just kidding. So Emily Rose, a fourth grader in Colorado, 1998. Look at that, a fourth grader coming up with a cool study. Therapeutic touch, all right? Remember how I was saying about pseudopsychology? What is that again? What is pseudopsychology? TC, what is it, man? Yeah, people call it fake psychology, but hey, you just can't apply a scientific method to it, right? You can't use research to show that it fully works. All right, yeah, maybe it helps people with their emotion, okay, with how they're feeling. And therapeutic touch, especially for people that are going through severe illnesses or diseases, maybe that's the only option, right? Maybe there's no cure for these people like medicine. So therapeutic touch is something that, you know what, maybe if they give them some sort of motivation to, get through their life and, and cope with some of the problems that they're going through, then yeah, that is a benefit, right? That is. But you can't really apply sciences to it, and you can't really show that it really works, okay? But Emily Rosa said, you know what, I'm going to try to test this therapeutic touch, and I'm going to have a couple of these practitioners come in, and with therapeutic touch, they can sense magnetic fields off of people, okay? It's like they're using the force, right? Like Luke Skywalker or something. No, but they can feel magnetic fields of people and try to alleviate pain. So some people like come up and it's like they're charging it up and pulling out the pain of someone's shoulder, or, like let's say their chest. And for many people, like with baseball players, okay, a lot of baseball players with their arms and stuff constantly throwing, they have therapeutic touch practitioners come in and try to alleviate the pain in their elbows or shoulders, whatever it might be. So she wanted to test to see exactly if these practitioners, these therapeutic touch practitioners, can sense magnetic fields. So she set up a small experiment where she put like a cardboard box, so you couldn't really see which hand she's hovering over top of the therapeutic touch practitioner. So she asked them, hey, do you mind if you can do this study here? You're just going to stick your hands through the bottom. I'm going to hover my hand over your left hand or your right hand. And let's just see how many times you can get it right out of 10 tries, okay? So therapeutic touch practitioners holding her hands underneath the cardboard so she can't see Emily Rose's face. And Emily Rosa flips a coin to see which hand she's going to hover over top, either left or the right hand. Okay, so that's randomization there. All right, so really she doesn't know what hand she's going to hover over top until she flips that coin. There's a 50-50 shot, right? So there's a 50-50 shot too that therapeutic touch practitioner will get it right. Okay, so she flips the coin. Let's say it shows up heads. Okay, so heads, she maybe relates it to left hand. So she hovers over the left hand. She asks the therapeutic touch practitioner, hey, which hand am I hovering over top of? And then they guess. They see how many times they get it right. And it comes to a point where her study shows that this therapeutic touch, all right, these practitioners, they really can't detect the magnetic fields. They can't see exactly and understand how what hand they're hovering over top of. So she's trying to disprove the theory that, this is something that these people can't actually feel the magnetic field off of people. They can't really know and understand how this actually works and how this can be used to benefit people. All right. So that was the basis of her study. I'll show it here, and she'll talk about her study and how it was even published in some articles, which I think is pretty neat as a fourth grader, and how she's trying to disprove this theory that therapeutic touch actually works. All right. But we're going to use this study, okay, in Clever Hans to really explain the scientific method step by step, okay, and how it can relate to each step and each part Okay, as we move through the scientific method. That makes sense, guys? Okay, you guys understand the gist of it? All right, I'll show the video now, and we'll watch it, and that'll be it. Does that sound good? All right, I think it's interesting. I think it's something worthwhile to know and understand. And, how this fourth grader, how she can really disprove this, debunk the theory that therapeutic touch works. And that was pretty cool. Pretty cool idea. All right. Some of it's pretty funny. These people are like, oh, 4 out of 10. That's pretty good. I think I passed, right? 4 out of 10? What? Where do you go to school? All right. So for those of you online, I'll post the videos afterwards. I just don't want to get hit with copyright. So that's it for today. See you later.